Hello students, welcome back to my video. Now in this video I will continue with the next experiment given in your syllabus, that is the Michelson and Stahl's experiment. Okay, so let me just give you a brief idea about the experiment first. This experiment they have done, Michelson and Stahl. Okay, to see that what is the mode of DNA replication. Okay, whether it is a semi-conservative mode, it is a conservative mode, or it is a dispersive mode. Okay, what is the mode of DNA replication? Okay, so that is supposed to be found through this experiment. So first of all, it was experimented in 1958, and we have to keep in mind that during this experiment there was not much technological advancement. Okay, so some procedures which were used, methods which are applied in this experiment, if this experiment would have been conducted now at this point of time, okay, we wouldn't have used those methods. Okay, anyways, so let me get into the experiment, what they have done. You can see here that first of all the experiment was done the E. coli bacteria. Okay, so they have, first of all they have taken some E. coli, okay, bacteria, and they have kept in a medium, okay, which is rich in the N15 isotope of nitrogen. Understood? So this was the only source in this medium, okay, for of nitrogen for this bacteria. Okay, it's a heavy isotope of nitrogen. Okay, that is N15. And nitrogen has two isotopes, N15 and N14. N15 is the heavy isotope of nitrogen because number of neutron is more than the normal isotope of nitrogen. Okay, so in this medium, this heavy nitrogen is kept here, and that is the only source of nitrogen for the bacteria. So how can we avail this heavy nitrogen here? I mean, in this experiment they have used ammonium chloride. So in that sense, any ammonium salt we can use for that purpose to get avail this heavy nitrogen, okay, medium. So this bacteria were grown in a medium where heavy nitrogen was there. Okay, so this is the first setup of experiment. Now what they have found is that after the bacteria grown in this medium of heavy nitrogen, they have separated some bacteria from there, and see, they have tried to find out that what kind of replication, that is DNA, what kind of DNA produced in this E. coli bacteria once it kept in this heavy nitrogen medium. Now during those time advancement of technology was not there, so how to separate the DNA was not much there, technological advancement at that point of time. That is why they have used a process called, this is called here in the book written here, the cesium chloride, okay, concentration gradient process. Okay, cesium chloride concentration gradient process. What is this actually? The cesium chloride makes this kind of concentration gradient. If I take the test tube here, okay, cesium chloride gives this kind of concentration gradient, denser at the down, medium in the middle, and at the upper the lighter concentration. Understood? With normal concentration gradient, denser should be down, okay, at the bottom, then middle, then medium one, and the lighter density at the surface level. So this is kind of concentration gradient made by the cesium chloride. So whatever component you will give into this medium, cesium chloride, it will also separate itself according to the concentration gradient here. So the denser part will be at the down, then medium part, and then the lighter part should be at the top. Okay, understood this? Now what they have done, they have extracted the cells of the bacteria, okay, and they have put those cells, part of the cells, into this cesium chloride medium. Understood? After grown up in this N15 medium, what they have found is that they have found the the genetic material, obviously they will what? They will be separated, they will supposed to separate according to the concentration gradient. Okay. as I have said, N15 is the heavy isotope. Okay, so the DNA after giving here in this cesium chloride, what they have found is a deep band, heavy band here. You can see here the heavy band here. This kind of band were developed. So it means that something that settled down at the bottom, what I said, is a heavy concentration, right? It means that as the bacteria were grown in this heavy nitrogen medium, the DNA which are produced in the E. coli, okay, they have got the heavy strands. Both the strands of the DNA were of heavy nitrogen. Okay, so you can see here, this is the first DNA got from this state. This one, okay, which were practiced here, tested here in the cesium chloride medium. This band came, dark band came. Okay, so this shows that both the strands of the DNA is actually heavy nitrogen, 15N. So you can see a heavy nitrogen inhibited by 15N, N15. So N15, N15 here. So both the strands of heavy nitrogen. Okay, so now what they have done from this medium, okay, the bacteria they have transferred, means bacteria with a heavy DNA, heavy strands of DNA, heavy nitrogen. Okay, they have transferred the bacteria from this medium to this medium. This is the N14. There's a light, okay, nitrogen medium. Understood? So this heavy nitrogen, that DNA contains DNA of that bacteria transferred into this light medium, and they were allowed to grow here in this light medium. Okay, the bacteria already have heavy strands, clear, transferred into this part. So the DNA, I mean the bacteria which are transferred into this medium, okay, which contains already heavy strands of the DNA. Now, what they have seen, one generation tested, once they are grown up, allowed to grown up here till the next generation, as the first generation, what they have found is that, and once they are just grown into the first generation, they have taken out those cells of bacteria and they are again tested in the cesium chloride medium. Okay. Now they have found is that it forms a medium band. Okay, in this case, second time, when it is transferred here, the first generation came up with the medium band. Okay, so medium band means this is the condition that is I have shown here. Understood? Now, see. Again, this same bacteria were allowed to grow, next to 4 or 5 generations. Okay, and then they have tested those generations and they have found one medium band, one light band of the DNA. Okay, I hope this much is clear. Now understand this first, these three things. Before Staalson, okay, came with this kind of experiments that I have explained to you, three model were proposed. Okay, look at this one. This is the first model. This is known as conservative mode of replication. Conservative mode of replication, where a parent DNA is developed along with a new DNA. Totally a parent DNA and a new DNA is separated. If I see this is the parent DNA, for example, the newly formed DNA is the blue one. So the newly formed DNA have both the new strands. Clear? This is the conservative mode of replication. Another model was proposed which is called semi-conservative mode of replication, where you can see here one old strand, one new strand, one old strand, one new strand. This is how the two DNAs are developed. Clear? And this one is dispersive mode of replication. Okay. Here you can see here segmented. The DNA is segmented. Old, new, old, new, old, new. Same old, new, old, new, old, new combination. This is a dispersive mode of replication. These three models were proposed. Now, if I compare these models with the Mustelson's and Stahl's experiment, okay, what we can see here. See, Now, which one is applicable? Conservative mode of application, replication applicable, or semi-conservative, or dispersive? Which one is reflecting here in the Starks and Wesel's experiment? We have to see this. Okay. Now, see here this condition. First, parent generation. I got parent DNA with the this one dark bands here. So the heavy strands. Second one, the medium band, means this hybrid condition. This is the hybrid stage. Hybrid stage. Okay. Now again it is allowed to move forward for the next generations, and they came up with the medium and the light bands. So medium and the light bands. Clear? Blue is the lighter bands. This is the light, you can see the blue one. Red one is the heavy bands. Okay, and this you can see combination. So this is the hybrid band. Okay, so medium, this medium one indicating this one. So which one is applicable here? Look at this. This dispersive one, which is a combination of light, heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy. It's a combination. Okay, it means that it is showing actually that old, new strands combining together. Combining, so mixing up. So can you see any of this generation and this generation? If you see, can you see any of the DNA that develops with this kind of combination? Old, new segments. Can you see here any? No. It means that this dispersive is cancelled. This is not applicable. Now we are left with the conservative one and semi-conservative one. Okay. Now if I take in consideration of conservative one, then one, see here, it should have been according to the color. If I go, okay, one heavy, one light. Okay, one heavy and one light. It means that the band should come one denser, one very dense band, one very light bands. Can you see anywhere any of these? Okay, one totally dense here, dark bands, and one totally light bands. Can you see anything? No. Now look at here in this here. Why said it is said here that one totally dark band, one light bands. So can you see any DNA here? That light bands we can see. Can you see one heavy bands here? Only DNA made up of only heavy bands. Can you see here? No. It means that this conservative one is also cancelled. So we are left with only now semi-conservative. Okay. So that is, we can see here. If you look at this generation, the DNA, I can see the semi-conservative here, hybrid condition. Means this condition means it is showing here that medium concentration is visible here, medium concentration is visible here also. So I can see medium concentration means here, when medium concentration comes, when hybrid condition comes, then only the medium will come. So hybrid we can see here in the generation. Okay, one old, one new strand. So this is a hybrid. It means that according to this experiment, one heavy strand, one light strand. One heavy strand, one light strand. Is this a hybrid? Yes, it's a hybrid. So this can give a medium concentration. Understood? Look at here. Okay, what come here? Light band came here and medium bands came. Light bands I can see here the two DNA formed with the the light contain light composition of the DNA, and here two strands of DNA I can see, here with the medium concentration. It means the hybrid one. These two are the hybrid one, like these two. Okay, so medium hybrid concentration, medium reflects hybrid concentration, and light concentration, these two is showing. Understood? So both the generations, what I can see here is the fixed presence of the hybrid condition. This also hybrid, here also I see hybrid condition. Further generation also same thing has been found, that there is a fix of hybrid conditions, hybrid DNA is there. And hybrid DNA means it is only showing the semi-conservative mode of replication. One parent, one new. One parent means one old strand, one new strand. One old strand, one new strand. Hybrid condition. Okay. So this is what it shows that at both the generation I see the hybrid conditions, Okay, so this proves that DNA is a semi-conservative mode of replication. Okay, so this is the finally accepted. So after Michelson and starts this experiment, okay, I mean the debate is concluded that yes, DNA undergoes a semi-conservative mode of replication. The newly formed DNA consists of one old strand and one new strand. Okay, so this is a groundbreaking experiment done in the field of the genetics. Okay, in the field of studying the DNA. Okay, in 1958. Okay, so I hope you understood this experiment. Okay, this is the foundation concept of fundamental concept of replication. We have seen the semi-conservative mode. In my next video or topic, we will be discussing about the detailed mechanism of replication, and we will see how the semi-conservative mode is followed in the replication. How the newly formed DNA composed of one old strand and one new strand. Okay, how the hybrid DNA strand develops, the detailed mechanism of replication we will start understanding from the next video onwards. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. Okay, so I expect you to note down all the information that we have discussed here. Okay, thank you so much all of you. Bye bye.